Ready to make a little history, Bell?
Born for it.
The Seminole war chant will be rocking Florida and Doak Campbell Stadium, home to some in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, this place. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration. Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth.
They had a lot of names for him. Sprinter, Wildcat, the Juice. But the one that stuck was Liberty. Because when the play broke down, number 17 was known for taking matters into his own hands. And as the piercing screams of the Seminole, fans got louder and the Gators' offense sputtered. He did just that.
Down, they might really get aggressive. Going for it all. Makes the grab on the left side. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. The tackle on second down. He's looking downfield.
And the offensive coordinator, listen.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the throw. They're bringing heat. Slams ahead. Touchdown Gators. And they take it in for 6 more points. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Catching on second down, looking to throw. Going to try to get it himself.
To the world, he was Miles Liberty Bell. To me, he was just dead. They saw a loner. A guy sports writers called enigmatic because he didn't give them the quotes they wanted. They said his passion was a double-edged sword. What I saw was my hero. It's a big, lovable dude who looked at me and my mom like we were the only 2 people on the planet. Everything else could go to hell.
Joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Championship game. There's simply nothing quite like the intensity when an S players, the epic moments who have made their mark on this occasion. The intensity 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the number 1 team to start the drive.
My dad was what you call Jay Cutler with wheels. When he was on, he was a surgeon. But when he was bad, it was unwatchable. Interceptions, fumbles, passes that had no business leaving his hand. It's a whole disaster. And for the first quarter of the SEC championship against Alabama, it was bad.
Looking to make a play deep downfield. It's a quarterback keeper. Tackled behind.
But the speed and the awareness of that linebacker makes a huge.
Down he goes. A sack. Pre-snap.
Stall drives, punishing hits. The tide was rolling, and things were looking shaky. Then came 3rd and 11 from our own 47-yard line. You could feel the entire Georgia Dome holding its breath. He let it fly, a high, perfect spiral that seemed to hang in the air forever.
Makes the catch, get in. And it'll be stopped just short of the end zone at the 1.
2 plays later, he zipped a quick pass into the end zone for a touchdown. And just like that, the switch was flipped. The God had arrived.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend when the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy.
The shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And it's complete. They're going to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket. And he'll make it in for the score.
With seconds left and the Gators down, he leads a frantic last-minute drive. He completes a pass, takes a brutal hit, and scrambles for a crucial first down, setting up the game-clinching drive. The kick is good.
And now they can call themselves champions of the SEC. That's one of the most difficult titles to...
Being a kid is like being drunk. The details are fuzzy, but you never forget the feeling. And I remember that night like it was yesterday. In my eyes, he was the next Donovan McNabb. There was nowhere to go but up.
But there's really nothing.
And it's the senior game. Throw. Down goes the... Drops back. Looking to throw for it on 3rd down. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Off play action. He's looking to throw. And it's intercepted. A pressure moment, but now to Josh Fowler. And this has been another presentation.
The St. Louis Rams pick David Vobora, defensive back, Idaho.
As a first-round pick, you're an investment. You get time to work through the rookie jitters. When you're an undrafted free agent, you're a camp body on a short leash, out the reps, and zero grace. One bad practice can get you cut. Didn't help that my dad's old Demons pills, booze, had followed him from college. After bouncing between 3 practice squads and a stint in the Arena League, he hung up his cleats for good. I never got over seeing my daddy cry. He put on a brave face, but I knew he only knew how to be a baller. Without the helmet and pads, he was lost. He was angry, bitter. He got into fights, started running with the wrong crowd again. My mom gave him an ultimatum. Them or us. He chose us. For a while, things were good. He seemed at peace. My daddy never missed a game until that one Saturday. We called and called. No one could find him. A day went by, then 2. Turns out, my daddy's old friends weren't happy he'd chosen family over their lifestyle. They got paranoid, thought he was going to snitch, so they decided to tie up a loose end. My coach was gone. My hero. Gone. The death certificate recorded his age as 26. But his ghost had been walking the earth for 3 years ever, since the day he hung up his cleats. To the person who wrote that headline, fuck you. I still mean that with every fiber of my being. Was my dad perfect? No. He had demons that wrestled for his soul. He wasn't Mr. Sunshine and Rainbows for the cameras. He couldn't fake it. The man wore his heart on the sleeve. And sometimes, that heart was angry. Sometimes, it was sad. It was always real. Could he have been a better leader? Maybe. But show me a 22-year-old kid who has it all figured out, especially with the world watching. They called him a character concern because he wouldn't play the game. Be a robot. Kiss the babies. Never show a flaw. In today's game, they built an offense around the guy with his arm and his legs. Back then, you had to be twice as good and half as human. Media bias and short-sighted GMs saw cancer. They never saw the man who, a month before he was killed, gave his life to Christ and was baptized. They didn't see the man who was finally fighting for peace. They only saw the flame out. As I stood there, a promise took root in my heart. It wasn't just a wish, it was a vow. I looked at his name on that casket, and I said it to him, to God, to anyone who was listening. I'll get to the league for both of us. I'll make damn sure they never forget your name.